For our Sunday service, I want to ask Vicky to start to read to us the book of Ruth. She's going to read us very, very important portions of a love talk, love story. Very, very important, because we can see other things in the book of Ruth, but it's very, very easy for us not to see one aspect of it that has to do with love talk. We ask you to quietly participate or loudly participate if you want. I am inviting you to listen to the story of love and how love looks like and sounds like, what it means, how it is done. Let's go to Ruth chapter 2 and Ruth chapter 3. I may stop you as you are reading, Victoria, and then I will interject and do some amplification and exposition of some places here and there. Let's go.
Okay. Ruth chapter 2. There was a relative of Naomi's husband, a man of great wealth, of the family of Elimelech. His name was Boaz. So Ruth the Moabitess said to Naomi, "Please let me go to the field and glean heads of grain after him in whose sight I may find favor." And she said to her, "Go, my daughter." Then she left and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she happened to come to the part of the field belonging to Boaz, who was the family of Elimelech. Now behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reapers, "The Lord be with you." And they answered him, "The Lord bless you." Then Boaz said to his servants who was in charge of the reapers, "Whose young woman is this?"
Okay, that's the first. Although we will look at love talk between Ruth and Naomi. We are going to do all of that today. We want to do as much as possible to bring to a close the work that we've been doing about connected to greatness. And we want to do everything today. Mary, make sure you write it down, because we are going to also look at love talk between, Victoria, make sure you write it down, between Naomi and Ruth. Because love goes with loyalty, being totally loyal. Love goes with responsibility, duty, not tiredness. So anybody who comes to you and tell you they love you, and they cannot look around you and see that there are needs, there are things to be done. Anybody who come to your life and all they want is food and drink and sleep, shop and food and movies, let such a sucker go. They don't deserve you. If they cannot look around you and sense that you have needs more than those things, you have business, you have investment, your story must be told. They too have business, they have investment, their story needs to be told. Because there are people who just want those little things. little movie, a little outfit, little perfume, a little car, little house, all those little things. And they absolutely knows nothing about investments. If you want to take them to the things of God, the big things of God, they run away. They give you excuses. In the story that we are reading, we are seeing how Ruth was first and foremost a woman of duty, a provider, not somebody who sits at home and waits for a man. A go-getter, somebody who goes out there to go and get what she wants for herself and her mother-in-law. So are you sitting and waiting for God? Or are you going out there where God is waiting for you? Because God is out there waiting for you and you are here waiting for him. God did not ask you to wait for him. He asked you to come so that he can take you out there. God is the one who is waiting for you. For the first time, we heard Boaz asking his young man, who is that? Who is that girl? That's the first sign of love talk. Vicky, read that. Tell us the verse. I know that is chapter 2.
Okay. Chapter 2, verse 5.
Okay.
Then Boaz said to his servant, who was in charge of the reapers, whose young woman is this?
Yeah. See, when somebody begins to inquire about you, want to know who you are, it's a sign of what we call love talk, and not just love talk, but it's a sign of love about to blossom. You see, Ruth did not come and sit down somewhere and was crying or asking people to pity her. She went straight to work. Having a job speaks a lot about you. Something you do every day, routine, speaks a lot about you. A habit, a professional life, all these things I'm talking about are not something you do sometimes and sometimes you don't. These are things you do constantly. They are not things that you do for a year or two and then you go and break, and then that is a sign that you are not ready for life if you do that. Show me how many years you've been on one job. Then I will tell you who you are. What is the one thing that you love to do? You always want to do it. If your job, there are certain people that I've cut off from my life. Why? Because whenever you are around them, they are always whining about their job. And I hate that. There's nothing I hate on the earth like people who complain about their job. Then why are you doing it? Why don't you find something that you love to do and you enjoy to do and you are earning money from it, instead of making the rest of us miserable? Every time you're complaining, If I've seen people who I pray them into $100,000 job and the next day they start complaining. And it just hurt me. It made me feel sick. So I try to avoid such people. In fact, I delete them. I'm not going to say that because they are sending $100 or $200 every month, that's what I should depend on. I don't need it. because my peace is far more important than those things. Because every time they call you, they want to tell you how they are fighting this in the office. This is doing this to them. That is, I don't want that. I'm not going to be healthy listening to those things. My health is very, very important to me. There are people who can survive in chaotic situation like that. They enjoy it. I don't. Either you shut up and do your job or you just forget about it. Go to something else that you won't complain. And even if you are given the leadership of that job, you are asked to manage that job, you will still be complaining about everybody. How this one is mental, how this one is this, how this one is that. And then they ask you to choose your own. Fire all of them and choose your own staff. And then you choose your own staff. And then you still complain. Then there's something wrong with you. Man, there's something wrong with you. It's not a good thing. You are destroying your health. If you don't know it, you're destroying your health and you are tying up your blessing. You're destroying your health and you are tying up your blessing and you're making God to go very far from you, which means you have no favor. And that is why a lot of people are not blessed. Continue, Vicky.
Okay. Verse 6. So the servant who was in charge of the reapers answered and said, "It is the young Moabite woman who came back with Naomi from the country of Moab." And she said, "Please let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves." So she came and has continued from morning until now, though she rested a little in the house.
Did you hear that?
Then
she continued to reap, to work with the other servants. She came to beg for a job. She came to apply for a job. Please allow me to work among you. She didn't go to sit at home to pray and to fast and to ask for money to come. She went out to go and get it. See, if you are willing to be out there to do something, you see, you will be discovered through what you do. Please write that down. It's a major key. You will be discovered through what you do. You do not need to sit and wait to be discovered. I've said it several times. Don't wait for somebody to give you opportunity because they will never give it to you. It's a natural instinct that a human being do not want another human being to be better than him or her. It takes people who understand what greatness means to give you such an opportunity. But majority of the times, you have to create your own job. You have to create your own opportunity. So this is the story of Ruth and Naomi is telling us of how women in ancient times were willing to create their own job, write their own application, apply for a job. She came and asked for the job, and they allow her in. How do you ask? You see, there are two kinds of human beings, or more. And the most dangerous ones are the ones who comes into life with war. They see everything from the point of warfare. Vicky and Mary, please write it down so that I can do a short broadcast on that. The different kinds of human beings and how they perceive this life. There are those who come to compete. There are those who come for war. Those are the two most dangerous kinds. Another are those who come to just sit about and eat. They don't really want much out of life. Very dangerous. Those who came like that, those who came with war, they see war in everything. They see competition in everything. Very dangerous. It's not a good thing. Those kind of people will make your life very, very miserable. Let me glean. Let me work for you guys. Try me. Many cultures have trained their people not to seek, not to create their own opportunity, but to go out to look for a job. I know of so many cultures that are like that. If there is no job, they sit back at home doing nothing. What kind of culture are you from? Is it a culture where people, if there is nobody to employ them, they start something, they employ themselves? Annie of Norway did something very strange while she was still in Ghana. While she was working for a bank, she also started a small business. She knew what people wanted to buy, and she started selling those things. I'm not telling you what it was. But she started gathering people and started a store. I'm serious. There are things that you are able to do, but you don't want to do it. Ladri, during her free time from her job on the weekend, she braid hair. She braid hair. And that girl makes a lot of money just braiding hair. That's something. Others are makeup artists and also do nails. There are some of the people who do that. And there are some of them, those are the money they use in supporting the mission that I'm doing. Is those little things they do extra. They give the whole of that money to our mission work. And that's very, very important. Continue, my dear.
Okay, chapter 2, verse 8. Then Boaz said to Ruth, "You will listen, my daughter, will you not? Do not go to glean in another field."
Okay, stop there. Stop there. Her application has been granted. Ruth came and asked the chief servant of Boaz, "Please, will you allow me to work for you guys?" And the guy said, "Yes. We are looking for extra hand." And here comes the real honor. See, when people know that you are willing to work quietly, they will do something about it. They will give you opportunity that you are looking for. People do not want to give you opportunity because they do not know how serious you are, how loyal you are, how committed you are. There are certain cultures that I will never allow to work for me. Why? Because they like to cut corners. They will never finish what they are out to do. They will never finish it. Because relaxation is more important than a job. And now her application has been accepted. Now don't go to any other. This is how serious a job is to Boaz. Don't go to any other field. Stay with us. We need people who are committed, who will stay with us. Not people who work for us today, tomorrow they work for somewhere else. See what Boaz is saying. And between the line, you can also see this was love talk. He took interest in her. He now saw from what the servant told him that right from morning till this time she's been walking. She just rested for a little bit and then she continued. No complaint. Continue, my dear.
Nor go from here, but stay close to my young women. Let your eyes be on the fields which they reap, and go after them. Have I not commanded the young men not to touch you? And when you are thirsty, go to the vessels and drink from what the young men have drawn. So she fell on her face, bowed down to the ground, and said to him, Why have I found favor in your eyes?
You see that?
That you...
See, Ruth knew that this was love. Don't go to any other field. Have I not commanded thee? Stay right here. And now, she's not even the one that is going to draw the water. Others have drawn the water. Others have prepared the meal. See how favor follows people. How favor will follow you. If you decide to go out and find a job for yourself, favor comes automatically. Now see what will be connected with the move she made. She made one move to go and find a job and ask for a job, and now see the result of it. Favor now. Favor is now happening to her. It would never have happened if she was at home. Some people call it taking risk. So what's wrong about that? Continue, my dear.
That you should take notice of me, since I am a foreigner.
Okay, you see, taking notice of me. Nobody will take notice of you. Nobody will know your presence. Nobody will know what you are capable of doing unless you go out there to create opportunity for yourself. Nobody will give you opportunity either. Don't think that people know what you want. They are waiting for you to say it. Love is not going to happen when you are at home. Some people go to church to go and find love. You don't go to church to go and find love. Everyone who got married in the Bible, they found their husband or they found their wife at their place of job. There is nobody I saw in the Bible who was at home and then got married. They were found. Their husband found them at their professional jobs. All of them. Moses, Jacob, David and Abigail, etc. And Ruth. So why do you think yours is going to be different? You have to know the way these things are done. You see, the Bible is a book of how to. That's why when you look at our channel is no longer about peoples and blog. Our channel is on how to and style. Our job is to show you how to and to create a new style for you. How do you do it? That's what I'm about. Go ahead, my dear.
Verse 11. And Boaz answered and said to her, it has been fully reported to me all that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, and how you have left your father and your mother and the land of your birth, and have come to a people whom you did not know before. The Lord repay your work.
Okay, you see that? So everything, there are people who know you, and they are quietly watching you to see what you need. See, Ruth never knew that Boaz already has been informed. Now this time Boaz was pretending, but now he's saying the truth. Go ahead, my dear.
And a full reward be given you by the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings you have come for refuge.
Okay.
Then she said,
and how is the Lord going to bless her? How is the Lord going to bless her, and how is the Lord going to reward her? When somebody tells you, God bless you, God reward you, you say amen and you walk away. Really? If someone like Mary tells me that God shall bless me, Mary, do you know what I will do? Or someone like Victoria tells me, God bless me, you know what I'll do?
Tell me.
I will say amen. Then I will hold you by the hand and say, where are you going? That's where I'm going. Because you have the blessing. That's why you are blessing me. Vicky, that's what I'll do to you. Oh, God bless you, Father. And then you are walking away. I'm telling you, you are not going anywhere. Why do you want to bless me? When you don't have the blessing, I will follow you and say, let's go. I want to get the blessing. I'll be waiting for you to write me a check before I leave your door. Mary, the same thing. I'll tell you what my needs are. If not, you shouldn't have opened your mouth to tell me God bless me. Really? God bless me? Okay. I'm here to get the blessing. That's why I'm here in the first place.
Oh. So now you have to be careful before you say that.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. So, and be careful, Vivian. Roslyn, be careful now, and Nancy and all of you out there. You tell me, God bless me. I'm like, really?
It's not empty.
It's not empty. Who represents God? You. That's why you are blessing me. Therefore, I'm coming to you for my blessing. You better give me the blessing. If not, you shouldn't have told me. Same thing with the family in Virginia, the Barbaras and the Beverleys. Yeah. The Lindas, the Shirley. You tell me God bless me, I'm following you big time. Because that reveals to me that you got the blessing. Yeah. That's why I follow Jessica. God bless me? Really? Shante, you're telling God to bless me? Well, you are the God that I'm seeing standing right before me. I'm following you. Please go and write me a check or give me cash. I'm going to buy me a new car. I need money. I want to go and buy some stocks. I want to go and get me some mutual fund. I want to go and get some bonds. I want to go and do some things. Thank you very much. Now, all of you are going to be careful in telling me God bless me. Vivian, do you see it now? I know you are going to run, but you can't run to you can run, but you cannot hide. Roslyn and I, we are coming to get you so that you give me that blessing. Because I know when once I introduce Roslyn into it, she will find you out. You can tell her whatever you want to tell her about where you are heading. She will find you out for me. And I'm coming to get my money. That's why I'm keeping Roslyn there, because she know where to find you. Yep. You go to Barbados, she will tell me exactly the street and I will appear right there, straight. I will tell the driver to drive me straight to this house and I'll be knocking on the door. And in fact, I'm not knocking with my hand. I'm carrying the hammer on the altar. That's the hammer I'm carrying with me in my briefcase, and I will hit the door. Boom, 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 3 times. And I can hear somebody say, "Who is breaking down the door?" I say, "It is me. My name is the hammer. I'm right here." Yeah, and you are right behind with the machete to chop if she doesn't want to perform. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Yep.
Y'all not right. Y'all are not right.
I know, but that's how it should be. Yeah, you were the one who told me, "God bless you, Bishop." Really? God bless me. I'm coming for the blessing.
Y'all are not right. You're not right.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it is. Nobody opened their mouth in the Bible and tell somebody, "God bless you," and they didn't have the blessing to give. None. You see, Boaz is blessing Ruth. Why? Because he has the blessing. He is the blessing.
Wow.
I want you to get it, how the blessing is done. So you don't just open your mouth and tell somebody, "God bless you," and then you walk away. You tell me that, I start following you. I start following you. Yep. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Melchizedek blessed Abraham. Abraham gave him 10% of everything that he got from the war. In return, Melchizedek gave Abraham what has sustained Abraham till today. I'm serious. Melchizedek had something that is going to make Abraham fruitful. And things this change hand. That's how it goes. There's nothing like empty blessing. The Lord bless you and everybody walks away. Seriously? You are not walking away, my dear. You are not going free. Because we've been doing this thing and getting away with it free. The Lord bless you. How are you? I'm blessed. The Lord bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I got it. So you got money. Huh? You got some wealth. That's why you're asking God to bless me like he has blessed you. Then I just follow you. I tell you, let's go to your car. Please bring out that check. Write me a $10,000 check. You're like, what? I say, yeah. You just told me God bless me. So that's why I'm here. I'm coming to get the blessing. You say, why don't you go to God to get it? Say, really? Are you not the one representing him? Isn't that why you say he should bless me? How do you want him to bless me? Oh, you want somebody else to do it for you? No way. You have to do it right here. I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere. You want me to call the police? And when the police come and say, she asked God to bless me. She got all the blessing. And she doesn't want to release mine to me. I need it. I can't live without it. I cannot go without it. I need the blessing. That's why Isaac has to transfer a food and a meat eating blessing to Jacob. And God corrected it on the way. And said, boy, you are not taking no food anointing with you, no food and drink anointing with you. I'm going to give you something better. Woo! You see, Boaz said to Ruth, God bless you. That is a love talk. Don't tell people that God should bless them easily. Don't say it. It's a very heavy thing. If you say it, it means you got the blessing to give. Don't say those things easily. Boaz was a wealthy man, and he got the blessing to give. Look at what he's saying to her. Don't go to no other person's field. Stay with my servants. Work for me. Work with me. Your job is here. I have been told that you are a hard worker. You are a smart woman. Stay here with me. If she didn't show up, how would they have signed her up if she didn't show up? And now all the good, because people tell you all these good things about how God made it happen. My dear, God has made something happen for you. Our prayer now is for you to be located to the person or to the place, etc. It's about where the favor is. Don't allow yourself to be connected with somebody who doesn't have no favor whatsoever. No blessing. It's not a good thing. Continue, my dear.
Okay, verse 13. Then she said, let me find favor in your sight, my Lord.
She already has.
For you have comforted me and have spoken kindly to your maidservant, though I am not like one of your maidservants.
Mm-hmm.
Now Boaz said to her at mealtime, come here and eat of the bread, and dip your piece of bread in the vinegar. So she sat beside the reapers, and he passed parched grain to her, and she ate. And
he passed it. He invited her to a meal, and he also passed food to her. Love talk. You see it? You have to watch what people are saying to you. Love talk is not empty talk. It's not just emotional staring. It's a legal thing. It must carry with it power, money, material resources. That's what love talk is about. Love talk is not about empty talk. See, he actually passed food to her. He invited her to a meal. And when somebody invites you to a meal, do you understand that that is love talk for business? Do you understand that they're inviting you for investment? They're inviting you for business. That's an opportunity they are giving to you for you to give them ideas. It's not just for you to advertise how beautiful you are or what has happened to you, because that's what men and women do. When they are given opportunity to eat and to drink, they think it is the time for them to talk about their father that died, their mother that died, and many of you do not know how to negotiate. And that is not what a wealthy person, an investor, wants to do. When people do love talk with you, they are looking for someone who can invest in them, whom they can invest into. They are not looking for you to come and tell them the story of what happened to you. They already know it. And that's not why they're inviting you. I'm now making it known to you because many of you do not know this. Somebody invites you, somebody of substance, somebody who has the blessing, invite you. Somebody who is wealthy, invite you to come and eat and drink. I'm saying this to you because many of you are going to be invited by wealthy people. Because that's the prayer that I'm praying for you. You are going, I'm doing serious prayer for each of you. And you will soon see yourself being invited, being given opportunity. Seize it. Seize it. That's not the time for you to talk about how your marriage failed. Your failed marriage. Your divorce. That's not the place for such. In fact, you need to seal such a thing. You need to seal it. Don't talk about them anymore. They are not important. Your father that died, your mother that died, your aunties that died, your uncles that died, your child that passed away, your marriage that failed, how they treated you in your last job, how the kids are treating you, they are not important. There is only one thing people want to hear about you. They want to know what you are capable of doing. They want to know your loyalty, whether you have the habit of routine, whether if they ask you for an idea for they themselves to be made richer so that they can make you richer, whether you are capable of doing that. If you don't know that, then you have a problem. Sometimes companies invite me to come and interview their candidates that they want to employ. Sometimes companies invite me. And I ask them simple questions. And they start telling me emotional things that has happened in their family, how their kid was born with this, was in the hospital, was that. And that's not what we are here for. We are here for investment. Can you invest in this company? Can this company invest in you? It's simple. Talk about your professional life. We are not interested in your failed marriages or in your boyfriend or your girlfriend and all those things. It's not important. It's about making money. It's about giving good services. And that's all that we are after. Many a times I'm given like about 50 people to interview, and at the end it's only one that qualifies, that knows why they are there. You see? You never hear Ruth talking about her late husband to Boaz. You never hear them talking about it. It doesn't even arise. Have you seen it? Have you seen her crying and talking about how much she loved her husband and the husband died, blah, 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 blah? No. Why? Because she's pursuing opportunity. The future is far more important than the past. Please write it down. The future is far more important than yesterday. And you should be pursuing the future and not get stuck with yesterday. So love talk is a serious business. Love talk is not somebody sleeping with you. What future do you have in that sleep? And after the sleep, what future do you have? That's why the prostitutes, people who do commercial sex, they're even smarter than a lot of us. They want to get their cash first. They want to tell you how much the play is going to be. I'm not talking of cheap people out there on the street. I'm talking of professional men and women for whom that's their business, their means of income. They want to talk money first and get it up front. I mean, I've never seen it, but that's what those who run such businesses, that's what they told me. I've made madams and pimps who run such. Those are the people I'm talking about that I've met. And they told me up front that this is what they do. And they just want to tell me that this is what they do. If I don't want them to be around me, then I should just let them know. I said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Because I want to learn. I don't want to be naive and ignorant about this earth. And they told me that they teach their staff, get them money up front. And they never go anywhere. Their staff never go anywhere without them knowing exactly who they are with, exactly what they are doing. In case the person start trouble and they call the law. Because these are legal businesses in some places. Excuse me. When people invite you or you go to seek opportunity and people give you that opportunity, that is the place for you to professionally shine. That's not a place to go and look for a boyfriend and a girlfriend. There have been people who came to me to ask for me to pray for them to have a career, to have a job and so on. And I finished praying for them and they pay. And I said to them, when you go to your job, do not go to befriend anybody at your job. Do not go to fight anybody at your job. And they violated it and they lost it. They lost big money. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 15. And when she rose up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, let her glean even among the sheaves, and do not reproach her. Also, let grain from the bundles fall purposely for her.
You see that?
Leave it. Mm-hmm.
That's another love talk. See, love goes with responsibility. Love goes with kindness. Many of you want the sweetness, the goodies, but are you able to give to it? What do you have to offer? This is very, very important. You must have something to offer. Something that is going to enhance the other person's life. Not just sex, not just food. I mean, except in a situation that a man or woman is so wealthy and they want you to be a stay-at-home husband or a stay-at-home wife. I know of a woman who is a judge of the court. She told her husband to stop working because there's no use of paying too much taxes. The man mow the lawn, do the laundry, clean, cook, shop, travel for her, do everything for her. Help her write her speech. Do a lot for her. And then behind the scene, he was the investor. He invested their money into corporations. Okay, that's different. And of course, he was getting too old anyway. But that's not what people should be doing when they are young. Love talk carries with it great responsibility. So you see, Boaz is already carrying on responsibility for her. He's already making up more opportunity, more favor. He started carrying her responsibility from the go. See, Ruth is carrying responsibility of his farm, and now he's carrying responsibility of her needs. Is the person in your life ready to bring you up to his class or to her class? That's what you should be asking yourself. And are you willing to contribute to making that person's business and life profitable? That's the question you should ask yourself. If you don't have anything to offer to somebody, you should ask yourself, why then do you want to do it? That's why a lot of marriages break. Because many people have nothing to offer. And they cover it up. They cover up their mediocrity with having children. And that's all. And then use children to fight. And that is not fair. And that is not right. Continue.
Leave it that she may glean and do not rebuke her. 17. So she gleaned in the field until evening and beat out what she had gleaned. And it was about an ephah of barley. Then she took it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned. So she brought out and gave to her what she had kept back after she had been satisfied.
Okay? She did not just eat there. She also brought some food back to her mother-in-law. Who is bringing food to you? Who is bringing you things? Who is spoiling you with money and material resources? Who are you spoiling with those things too? So it's not a one-way traffic. Because a lot of people want it to be done to them, but they themselves do not do it to the other person. Ask yourself a question. Someone that is getting something from you, what are you getting back in return? Continue, my dear.
19. And her mother-in-law said to her, where have you gleaned today? And where did you work? Blessed be the one who took notice of you.
And how do you think that Naomi was at home all day and did not know where her daughter-in-law was? Are you serious? Mary, do you think that was possible? No.
No.
You see, the Bible is full of this drama of silence. Boaz behaved like he didn't know much about her and then revealed that he knew. Naomi is playing the same joke. You mean your daughter-in-law will leave the house and enter the city to go and work, and you did not send people to? Not Naomi, not the Naomi that I know. No. Naomi kept control of everything. And she's playing that I didn't know. Where did you go? Who took notice of you? Come on. Go ahead, my dear.
So she told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked and said, the man's name with whom I work today is Boaz. Then Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, blessed be he of the Lord, who has not forsaken his kindness to the living and the dead.
Ah! See? Naomi is blessing Boaz. Why? Because Naomi is arranging something for Boaz anyway. They know what they are arranging. Something is going on. Go ahead.
And Naomi said to her, this man is a relation of ours, one of our close relatives. 21. Ruth the Moabitess said, he also said to me, you shall stay close to my young men until they have finished all my harvest.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi said to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, it is good, my daughter, that you go out with these young women and that people do not meet you in any other field.
Yes.
So she stayed close by the young women of Boaz to glean until the end of the barley harvest and wheat harvest. And she dealt with her mother-in-law.
Did you see that?
With her mother-in-law.
Okay, that's the end of chapter 2.
Yeah.
So do you see, she stayed steadily and worked, who knows for how many months, say till the end of the harvest. That's a pretty long time. So it's not that they just, Boaz and Ruth met and they just got married. No. Boaz watched to see her routine, her responsibility. He kept, so now you're seeing it. It wasn't something that somebody just meets you, you just want to get married and all of that. That is rubbish. Life doesn't work that way. You've not even allowed yourself to see who these people are or who this person is. People want to simply give you prophecy that God wants you to get married to so and so man or woman, and you go for it. You go and fall for it. Woo! This is love talk. I'm showing you how love looks like here. This is real love. See, everything is playing a part at the same time. Let's go to chapter 3.
Okay. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, "My daughter, shall I not seek security for you, that it may be well with you?" Now Boaz, whose young woman you were with, is he not our relative? In fact, he is a winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Therefore, wash yourself and anoint yourself. Put on your best garment and go down to the threshing floor. But do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking.
Okay.
And it shall be that he lies down.
We want to
and you
stop.
shall know
We
the
want to
secret of
stop.
life.
We want to stop there this morning. We will be back here at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to continue the reading, because we are going to finish the book of Ruth this afternoon. We are going to finish it this afternoon. I don't care how long it's going to take us, but we are going to finish it today. If we don't finish it at 12 o'clock, we'll come back by 3. If we don't finish it at 3, we'll come back by 7. But we have to finish it today, because there are other things we are going into beginning from tomorrow. So we will continue with love talk. But I've shown you how love looks like. So we will look at the second part of love talk when we come back at 12 noon. I want you to go and enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you at 12 noon Central, which is 1 o'clock Eastern. Bye-bye.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Mary's down the line.